All right, moving on to the AFC East and the Buffalo Bills. Now, I have been on this podcast and I said I'm no longer betting on the Bills, but I'm not going to take them to win the conference anymore. I've done that and it blows up in my face 2 years in a row. But at this 10.5, they went 13-3-1 last year. I like this. Since Sean McDermott joined them in 2017, they haven't got less than 9 wins. You got to think with Von Miller, hopefully healthy for the entire season, this team is going to look a little bit better for the entirety of the season. So I will go over the 10.5.
Yeah, this is my best bet in the division was the over 10.5. Again, like it was weird. The NFC, I was sort of looking at it. There's like a lot of the overs were too high, but with the AFC, to me, this feels like the Kansas City Chiefs from 2022. The Bills are being undervalued because of all the interest in the various other teams in that division. Now, it's not as big as the AFC West last year, but with the Aaron Rodgers stuff with the Jets. And by the way, he's not on the Jets yet. Okay, so like there's some, maybe you wait and he gets traded and it comes down a little bit to like, I don't think the Bills will get to 9.5, but 10.5, the Bills just win. They're going to win 11 plus games with Josh Allen healthy. And I think this is a too low a number.
I'm going under Breech. Like Katie and Brinson. How do you pronounce Brinson with the thing on it?
There was a nod to Jim Larinaga. I should probably change that.
Bryn Janssen.
Bryn Janssen. I'm going to disagree with K. Well, you're rolling the B, the R.
Yeah, put it over the R.
I don't think that's how it works.
Bryn Janssen is correct. I think Breech got it. That's the word Breech can pronounce, by the way. He can't say any other word, but he knows Bryn Janssen.
Wait, did you say under, Wilson?
I'm going under because this sort of plays into the long game in the AFC East because fingers crossed, McCorkle Jones doesn't get traded. Bill O'Brien can fix things, and that team is going to make a little noise. But more importantly, I think the Dolphins are going to be good. I don't care about the Jets. I don't care about Aaron Rodgers. If that doesn't work out, that's fine. I'm over it at this point. It's sort of we're at the Brett Favre stage of please make up your mind. But I'm going under just because that team was shaky last year, and we can say that it was the elbow. Although Josh said he was healthy at the end, yeah, I don't think he was. And I do wonder if it's going to be a situation where they lose some close games and keep that number closer to the 10.5. So I'll go under Breech.
I do agree with you. They were shaky, but all of that was after Allen's elbow injury. They started 6-1, and then their second loss was against the Jets in November. That's where he injured the elbow, and that's when things got shaky. He'll have plenty of time to let that thing heal this offseason. I think we'll see the Bills we saw through the first 7 weeks of the season. So I'm going to take the 11 wins for the Bills. 11-6 just seems like, how could they not? How could they
not? By the way, the cross-division matchups, which we acknowledge are quite important, AFC West and NFC East for the AFC East this year. So that's pretty stout.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That is pretty tough.
An easy win against the Eagles, though. But.
All right. Easy. The Jets are win total set to 9.5, over juiced to -130. First of all, we don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going there. But even if Aaron Rodgers does go there, to say the Jets are going to get 10 wins at -130, I'm not taking that bet. So I'm not going to touch this until we know what's going on. There has been some rumblings that the 49ers are interested in Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. True that is. Yeah, you haven't. It's all over the news right now. That the Niners
all over the 49ers message boards.
The Packers have been in touch with the 49ers about Aaron Rodgers. I don't think that that's actually happening. He doesn't even want to go there at this point.
Just to cough it up.
Yeah, maybe. But I lean under on this, whether he's there or not.
I'm going to go under, unless Robert Saleh is playing quarterback. Have you seen the picture of him teeing up on the golf course? Sweet him. Jesus, he looks like Breech with his shirt off. He's got some pipes. Unless he's playing quarterback and running back, I told you I'm done with the Jets. I don't even want to think about it. Their defense is awesome. I love Breece Hall when he's healthy. I love Garrett Wilson. The quarterback situation is just, I don't want to give it another second thought. Going under.
I, too, am going under. Let me just ask you guys, when is the last time trading a Super Bowl winning quarterback has worked out for the team that acquired that quarterback?
Steelers got Mr. Trubisky.
Did it work out?
It did not.
Okay.
And he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Oh, by the way, so the person who said this 49ers rumor about the Packers is Ryan's good friend, Craig Cartoon.
Okay. He got really
Craig
pissed.
Carton, and Ryan called him Craig Cartoon by accident.
I didn't call him that. I wrote it. When I was writing, I spelled it incorrectly.
He spelled it incorrectly, and Craig Carton read the article and then read it on air. He's like, "Who's Ryan Wilson? And why is he calling me Craig Cartoon?"
Yeah, he was on the fan saying that, and I had people relatives going, "You're getting crushed right now by Craig Carton."
Oh, yeah. Makes me feel better about calling you Brian the first time I met you, Will Brinson.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine, Kelly. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool, Kelly.
But don't forget, the 49ers did try to trade for Aaron Rodgers the night before the draft in 2021. So that actually happened. Shanahan was actually interested, tried to get him there. It kind of blew up his friendship with LaFleur just making that phone call. So
is that true? That part about the friendship?
Yeah, they were on the outs. They had an ugly they didn't shake hands. They walked off the field from each other that season.
Which side do you think Katie is on that argument? LaFleur or Shanahan?
Probably Shanahan.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm on the under on the Jets. Too. They don't have. This is like. I mean, you want to call it Favre, you want to call it Russell Wilson. You know what? It's just this
Stinks.
Yeah, stinks.
Smells.
You get under 9.5 plus 115 with Aaron Rodgers not on the roster.
I would take it with him on the roster. I think you'd want to see the situation where we saw him at the Packers where he quits at halftime because they're getting smoked and he doesn't want to deal with it. I think we're going to see a lot of that if he plays in New York.
All right. Miami Dolphins 9.5 over at even money, under minus 120. They went 9-8 last year. Obviously, Tua sat out a few games. When he's in there, they look pretty good. You got Tyreek Hill talking trash to the Chiefs. Big expectations for the Dolphins this year. I see him at 10 wins.
Yeah, I got the under here. This is like there's too much. I mean, if Tua's health is just too big an X factor to take the over at 9.5 wins here, even at plus money.
They signed Mike White.
The great Mike White.
The great Mike White. Does that change your opinion or no?
It does not.
Okay.
Dolphins to me is an easy underlook with the Tua. Like he's cleared. He's good to go for week 1. But I mean, takes one big hit, and how are they going to play him again in 2023 if he suffers a concussion early? Like, I don't see how you can. It's not. This is not a situation where if Tua gets a concussion, he just goes in concussion protocol and then comes back. This is like if he gets a concussion early in the season, you have to have a serious discussion about when he is going to play again for your football team, which means, week 1, something happens. And yeah, I think under is the look here for the Dolphins at this point.
Breech, I'm going over, and I'm going over because I like Mike McDaniel and the jackets he wears. Tua's health is a big issue, obviously. Jalen Ramsey was there as part of the trade. So the defenses should continue to be good, maybe gets a little better. And it'll be all about the running game anyway. Maybe this encourages Mike McDaniel to lean more on the running game. They brought Jeff Wilson back. They have Myles Gaskin. It doesn't really matter who's running the ball. They seem to have success. I'm going to go over because I like them to, along with the Patriots, to give the Bills a little run.
Wilson, I like Mike McDaniel also, and I also like his jackets, but I am taking the under.
Okay.
Look, Brinson mentioned earlier with the AFC East matchups, they play the AFC West, they play the NFC East, so you have to play the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Giants, 3 playoff teams out of the NFC. You have to play the AFC West. They lost to the Chargers last season. I think that's still a tough matchup for them. I have a hard time seeing them beat the Chiefs. There's just a lot of difficult games on the schedule, and as you guys have already alluded to, Tua's health, big question mark, so I'm going under.
All right,
Fine.
New England Patriots set to 7.5. They went 8-9 last year. Book's obviously looking for them to do that again. The over is juiced to minus 120. No real big movements in free agency. There's some drama right now swirling around at the quarterback position there that Bill Belichick maybe isn't happy. But it's still Bill Belichick. So for them to get 8 wins, I'm going to say yes.
I'm going on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I lean over here, but man, the Mac Jones stuff is concerning.
It's not Mac's fault.
Mac saw
Mac's
outside help last year.
Whose fault is it?
Yeah. What? That's like you learning to drive a car, and your instructor is someone who knows how to ride a unicycle, but they know nothing about automobiles. And you're like, well, I can't learn to drive a car if you just teach me how to drive a unicycle. You go talk to the driver's ed teacher, and then the unicycle guy goes, well, why are you doing that? Because I can't drive a car, you idiot.
I understand like the logic where it's like, dude, you gave me Joe Judge and Matt Patricia. What do you want me to do? And he's like trying to get better.
Yeah.
I also think that if you're Mac Jones and like that's the ultimate sin to Bill Belichick, going outside the organization.
You're sitting there getting dragged and people in the stands are chanting for Bailey freaking Zappi. You're supposed to sit there and take it. Just sit there and be like, yeah.
Look, I just think you would take a different tone with this if you weren't the world's biggest Mac Jones supporter.
Oh, that is 100% true. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't misunderstand. That's right.
I mean, so I'm on the Patriots over because I think it's too low, but I don't really feel great about it.
They won 8 games last season with Matt Patricia running their offense. They got rid of him. The offense can only get better because it hit rock bottom last season. I don't think it can possibly be any worse. So I think they can hit 8 games again at least.
Is Mac Jones the quarterback in week 4?
If he is the quarterback in week 1, he is the quarterback in week 4.
Okay.
But I don't know if he'll be the quarterback in week 1. So I'm taking over.
Ooh, boy.
So what is the
Katie.
consensus here? I'm leaning over.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think we all took the over.
Oh, we all took the over. Okay, yeah, Bill
Wow.
Belichick.